Hello everyone, I'm Andrea Polonioli and I recently joined Project Perfect as a research fellow. I'm extremely excited to be working under the mentorship of Professor Lisa Bortolotti and of this fantastic project. My research interests are in cognitive biases and imperfect cognitions. More precisely, I'm interested in instances of seemingly irrational behavior and whether and why this can be bad for us. A key topic I'll be working on during this year is confabulation. In 2011, the Edge Foundation posed the following question to dozens of academics and intellectuals. What scientific concept would improve everybody's cognitive toolkit? The editors received nearly 200 responses on a variety of topics ranging from evolutionary biology and theoretical physics to economics and psychology. Interestingly, cognitive psychologist Fiery Cushman argued that the concept of confabulation, which is typically used in the context of neurological patients and clinical populations, should also be used in non-clinical contexts and to refer to the explanations we typically provide for our own behavior, which are sometimes wholly fabricated and never complete. In this context, people are said to confabulate when they offer a story that is not supported by evidence, and irrespective of whether they actually believe the story to be true. A question that our team is addressing is whether people's tendency to confabulate might actually contribute to the fulfillment of some of their goals, for instance increasing their well-being or making them more confident. I will be collaborating with Professor Lisa Bortolotti in exploring a novel way of addressing the link between imperfect cognitions and maladaptive behavior. Whilst the study of individual differences in judgment and decision-making has been unduly neglected, appealing to research on individual differences will shed new light on the effects of confabulation. There are well-documented associations between individual differences in personality and cognitive ability and different life outcomes. We thus find particularly promising to explore the relationship of confabulation to personality and cognitive ability, in order to understand whether people's tendency to confabulate might predict and account for different life outcomes. Hopefully, we will soon be able to tell you a lot more about the costs and benefits of confabulation.